In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a wedding invitation website with WordPress. WordPress is the free software that we are going to use in order to design our website and also customize it the way we want. In this video, I'll show you how you can use a simple to use drag and drop page builder in order to design your website. In this video, I'll show you how to get your own custom domain name and web hosting. I'll also show you how to install WordPress on your website. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a fully customizable website that you can go ahead and use in order to invite your guests. And this is the exact website we are going to design in this tutorial. I'll show you how you can add a logo to your website. I'll also show you how you can customize the hero section of your website. Going down is the bride and groom section, where I will show you how you can add the images for the groom and the bride as well as their names. Next is this button where your attendees will click in order to take them to the form section, where they go ahead and fill the form in order to accept your invitation. In this video, I'll also show you how you can add the captured moment section and also go ahead and add your images. Next is our live story section, where I'll show you how you can edit all this text. So let's see how visitors will be able to fill this form and submit to you. So if they land on this website, they go ahead and enter in their first name, last name, and they decide if they are attending or not attending. I am attending. Next, I enter in my phone number. Then I go ahead and add whatever message I want to add. Then I click on send message. Thanks for accepting our invitation. We will be in touch with you shortly. So that is by way of introduction what you'll be expecting by the end of this tutorial. So if you want to learn how to make this wedding invitation website, keep watching. Hello guys, this is Sonic here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video. So to create this website, we are going to use only free resources. The only thing you need to pay for is a domain name and a web hosting, which is a standard for every website. A domain name is basically the address of your website that your visitor will enter in order to land on your website. And a web hosting is a server where all your images and text will be stored so that users of your website can have access to them. And don't worry as to where you can get a domain name and a web hosting, because I'm going to take you to a web hosting provider where you get the cheapest price ever. So to get your own custom domain name and web hosting, click on the very first link in the description down below, or you go over to your browser and enter dikupages.com/asura. Hit enter. And this brings me to Asura hosting. Next, I go ahead and click on web hosting. And in here, I'll choose the particular plan that I want to use for my website. So they have starter, unlimited, and unlimited plus. So you go ahead and choose the particular package depending upon your requirements. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the starter plan. So I click on order now, and I choose a domain. You can register a new domain. You can transfer your domain from another registrar, or if you already have a domain registered somewhere, you can use that domain and update your name service. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can register a new domain. So under search domain, I search for my domain name, Dikupages site. Next is domain extension. You can go ahead and drop down the arrow and choose the domain extension you want, but I'll keep it as .com, and I'll click on search. And my domain name is available for $9.99. I go ahead and click on continue. And these are the various features I'll get under the starter plan. Going down, you can go ahead and choose the particular billing cycle you want. I'll keep mine as annually, and I'll click on continue. Under domain configurations, I'll get free DNS management and free email forwarding. Now go ahead and click on continue. Now the web hosting for the starter plan is $12 per year, and domain registration is $9.99 per year, which brings everything to $21.99 per year. So going down, I can choose my currency from here. I'll leave it as USD. Next is billing details. So in here, you need to go ahead and fill all these fields. So I'll go ahead and do this pretty quick and click on checkout. And after clicking on checkout, Asura Hosting will send you your login details to the cPanel account in your email address. So I click on checkout and meet you in my email. So after the checkout, Asura Hosting will send you some emails, and you need to check for Asura Hosting hosting account information. And I have mine right here. Going down, under control panel login information, these are the details I'm going to use in order to log into my control panel account. I've hidden it for obvious reasons. So what I'm going to do is I'll highlight the server login URL. I'll right click on it, open link in a new tab. Then in order to log in, I'll go ahead and grab the username and password, then go to the login page. So I'm in the login page. I go ahead and enter my username and password. Then I click on sign in. And this brings me to my direct admin cPanel. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install WordPress. To do that, I scroll down to extra features. Then I click on software close auto installer. In here, I go ahead and click on install under WordPress. Under choose protocol, in here you need to make sure that HTTPS is selected. Choose domain. Right here you see the domain you just registered. In directory, you don't want to put anything there. Putting something here means you are going to install WordPress on a subfolder, and you don't want to do that. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and install on a subfolder. So I'll go ahead and enter the name of my subfolder. Then under site name, I go ahead and choose the name of my site. Site description, I enter our wedding. Under admin username, in here you need to make sure you enter your username, password, as well as admin email address. These are the details you always use in order to log into your website to edit it. So I go ahead and enter my login details. I've entered my login details. I scroll down, then I go ahead and click on install. Alright, WordPress is installed successfully. Now if I click on the URL of my website, it will take me to the front end. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and log into my website in order to start editing it. So to log in, I click at the end of the URL, then I go ahead and enter wp-admin. Hit enter. In here, I go ahead and enter my username and password, then I click on login. And this will take me to the back end of my website. I can exit from here for now. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and clean up my website. I click on screen options and I go ahead and uncheck all these in order to remove these widgets. Next, I go over to post. Defaultly, WordPress will give us hello world post. After installing WordPress, I trash it. I can go to the trash and I go ahead and empty the trash. Next is pages. I don't need these two pages. I select all, bulk actions, move to trash, apply. I click on trash and I go ahead and empty the trash. Next, I go over to appearance. So defaultly, WordPress will give us these three themes, and currently this is the active one, which means I don't need the rest of these two. So I go ahead and delete them by clicking on theme details, delete, OK. Theme details, delete, OK. Unfortunately, we cannot delete this theme because we need an existing theme to work with. Next, I go over to plugins and I go ahead and delete these two plugins. Apply, OK. So these are the basic cleanup I want to do. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install a theme. A theme is basically the design and layout of your website. So to install a theme, I go over to appearance, then I click on themes. In here, I click on add new, and the set themes are set for Astra. I have Astra here. I go ahead and click on install. It is installed, but before we activate it, let's go ahead and look at the current look and feel of our website. I open it in a new tab. So this is how our website looks like currently. Now let's go ahead and activate Astra theme. I click on activate. Now let's go ahead and look at the new look and feel of our website. So I refresh, and now you see that my website has changed. Going back, after installing the Astra theme, it will be recommended that we install the starter templates plugin. So I'll just go ahead and click on get started. and we'll be presented with a video that is a tutorial from Astra team. You don't really need this. I'll go ahead and click on build your website now. In here you'll be asked to choose a page builder you want to use. I'll go with Elementor. In here you'll be presented with a ton of starter templates. You are not seeing some of them as a result of my internet connection. For this tutorial, I'll come in here and search for wedding, since we are making a wedding website, and this is the very one we are going to use. So I'll just go ahead and click on it. In here you can go ahead and upload your logo, but I'll skip this for now. I'll show you how we can do that later in this tutorial. You can also choose some colors you want. This is the default colors, and I'll leave it as it is. I'll click on continue. In here, Astra will want to take some few information about you, so I'll go ahead and enter my details. And I'm building the website for myself. I don't want to enter my email. Then I'll go ahead and click on submit and build my website. So the required theme plugins and forms will be imported onto my website. So with this, you patiently have to wait for it to finish importing. Congratulations, your website is ready. Perfect. Now I can go ahead and view my website. Alright, now my website is completely changed. Perfect, very clean and neat. Awesome. So now that I've imported my website, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and start designing it. So to do that, I click on edit with Elementor. I can exit from here and here for now. And now my website has opened with the Elementor editor. In here, I'm going to go ahead and start changing the images as well as the text to suit my needs. So first of all, I will change the background image right here. To do that, I click on edit section right here. That is the 6 dots. And I'll be given the edit section pane. And I'll go ahead and click on style. I click on the image right here. From here, I can choose whatever image I want, but I'm not going to use any of these images. I'll go to upload files, select files. This is the image I'm going to use. I select it, then I click on open. It is uploaded, then I go ahead and click on insert media. You see that the position of my image is not in good shape. So under position right here, I drop down the arrow and I choose center. And then the size, I change it from auto to cover. Perfect. Next, I go ahead and change the text right here. So I just select it and I start typing. I change the date by clicking on it. So I can either change it from here or I come in here to change it. Perfect. Save the date, I leave it as it is. Going down, I go ahead and edit the groom and bride section. First of all, I change this image, so I just click on the pencil icon right here. Then I click on choose image. From here, I'll go ahead and drag in all the images I'm going to use for this website. So I go to my images folder right here. So I select all except this one, which I've already used. So I'll just drag everything in here. Alright, all my images are uploaded. I select this one and I click on insert media. In here you see that my image does not look like this. This one is in a circular form. So for me to achieve this same style, I want to use image box. So I go over to widgets and I search for image box. I have image box right here. I'll just drag it and drop it on top. Then I go ahead and choose my image from there. I choose this one, insert media. Then I go over to style. The width, I'll make it 50%. And then border radius, I change it to 100%. So I click on percentage sign right here. Then I drag it to the end. Perfect. Going back to content, in here, the heading or the title, I go ahead and enter the name of the groom. And then the description, I enter groom. In here you see that the name of the groom is smaller, as you can see right here. So I'll go ahead and increase the size and the style. I go over to content. Title, I click on typography, that is the pencil icon. Then I go ahead and increase the size from here, maybe 40 or maybe 45. I think 45 is cool. Then the description, I click on the pencil icon beside typography and I go ahead and increase it to maybe 20. In here you see that there's a gap between the title and the description. I'll just go to spacing and make it 0. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing for bride. What I'll do is I'll copy the whole of this widget. So I right click on the pencil icon and I click on copy. Then I come in here, right click on paste. So it's not in the right position. Meanwhile, I don't need this, so I just go ahead and right click on it, delete it. Just go ahead and switch the images. I select it, choose image. I have my bride here, insert media, and I go ahead and change the title and description, and I'll change the groom to bride. So I've gotten my groom and bride in place. Next, I go ahead and remove the whole of this. I don't need them anymore. Perfect. If they have social media handles, you can go ahead and edit this. Then you enter their various social media handles. For instance, if you want to enter for Facebook, you just click on it like this. In here, you go ahead and enter the link. Next is this button. I want to link this button to the form right here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on it. Then I'll change the text. I am attending. For now, I just want to change the text. I'll show you how we can link it up later. Going down is captured moments. I can just go ahead and edit the description right here. Below are pictures of our moments together. You can go ahead and switch these images. So what I'll do is, first of all, I select this, just click on it to show right here. I click on choose image and I'll go ahead and choose this particular image. Take note, the images I'm going to replace with the one I already have on the demo website are the same. For instance, if I select this, you see that the size is 400 by 600 pixels, and this is the one I'm going to use, and you see that it's also 400 by 600 pixels. I go ahead and insert media. Awesome. So I'll do the same thing right here by clicking on the pencil icon, choose image. I'll select this one, then I go ahead and insert media. So similarly, I'll go ahead and change the rest of the images. Alright, I've switched all the images and I like the placement of this text, suites, memories. Awesome. Going down is our love story section. So I'll leave the heading as it is, but I'll change the description. So I just click on it and I'll go ahead and remove the description. Take note, it is using icon box, just like the captured moments heading. So in here, I go ahead and enter the description. How our love story began. So next, I start by editing this text right here. So first of all, the date, I just click on it and I go ahead and enter the date. 10th April 2010, that's when we met. Then in here, I go ahead and change this text. Alright, I've entered my text. Similarly, I go ahead and edit the rest of the text. Alright, I've edited all the text in here. Next, I go to this particular section. In here, if you have a video, you can go ahead and add it, but I'm not going to use any video. So what I do is, this particular widget is inside this column. What I'll do is, I just right click on edit column right here. Then I go ahead and click on delete. Awesome. So the next section I'll work on is, are you attending? So quickly, I edit this text by clicking on it. This is the form my invitees will fill if they actually want to attend the wedding. However, I'll show you how you can customize the form. If you don't need any particular field, you can remove it, or even go ahead and add whatever field you want. So for now, let's go down to continue editing our page. This image, I'm going to go ahead and change it. So I click on edit section right here, then I go over to style, choose image, and this is the image I want to use. I select it, then I insert media. Perfect. I go ahead and change the date by clicking on it. Going down, this particular column is containing information about the ceremony. and this column is containing information about the reception. So with this, you can go ahead and customize it the way you want. For me, I'm going to enter the groom information right here, and in here I enter the bride information with regards to their locations. I'm actually making this wedding invitation website for Islamic wedding, and with Islamic wedding, depending upon where you are coming from, over here the bride will have to be at her own place and the groom will also be at his own place, so that at the end of the day, in the evening, they will send the bride over to the groom's place. So in here I go ahead and enter the location details about the groom, and here I enter the location details about the bride. So I change the title here to groom, and next I click on the pencil icon right here in order to edit this text. Alright, I've entered the location details for the groom and the bride. Going down, I'm going to go ahead and change this image. So in order to get this circular image, I'm going to use image box. So I go to widgets and I search for image. I have image box right here. Just drag it and drop it in here. I'll go ahead and choose my image, and this is the image I'm going to use. Insert media. Next I go to style. The width I make it 100%, and then the border radius I change it from pixels to percentage, and I'm going to go ahead and make it 100%. Awesome. So next thing I'll do is I'll just switch this particular text. We are expecting you. So I copy it, then I go ahead and paste it under content, that is the title. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the description. I'll increase the size of the title by going to style, content. Under title, I click on pencil icon under typography. Then I go ahead and increase the size. Maybe 55. Perfect. Then I can delete this widget and this as well. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and link up this button to the form section. So what I'm going to do is I click on the button right here, the link, I make sure the hashtag is intact, then I go ahead and enter form. Then going down to the form section, I click on, I think there's a column here I don't need, so upon hovering on it, I can close it right from here. Awesome. So I click on edit section right here, then I go over to advanced. Under CSS ID, I enter form. Take note, the same link text you enter for the button, you go ahead and enter the same thing in here, but this time around you don't include the hashtag. So if you go up and click on the button, it will take us to the very section. Awesome. Meanwhile, I want to add some padding right here, so I go ahead and click on edit section again. Then I go over to advanced. Under padding, you see that bottom is already having a padding. Top, I'll just increase it. So I'll just go ahead and enter maybe 150. I think 150 is too much. I'll make it 135, just like the bottom. So now everything is set. I'll go ahead and update my page. The next thing I'll do is go ahead and make my website mobile and tablet friendly. So to do that, I click on responsive mode. First of all, let's look at tablet. I start from top, and I think everything here is cool. Going down, in here, I'll change the size of the titles. So I just select this, then I go over to style. Under content, I click on the pencil icon under typography. Then I can change the size to maybe 30. I think 30 is cool. So to do the same thing for this, what I do is I just right click on it, copy, right click on this one, paste style. And the icons and button are cool. Going down, everything else is cool from here. Maybe I'll create some padding on top here. So I click on edit section. Then I go over to advanced. Top, I make it 80, just like the bottom. Perfect. And I think everything else is cool. Next, let's check mobile friendly. Then I start from top. Perfect. I think this is cool, so I leave it as it is. In here I add some padding again, so I just select edit section, under advanced, the top padding, I make it 80. Oops, 80. Perfect. And everything else is cool. Maybe we are expecting you, I can leave it in 2 lines, or better still, I can reduce the size. So I select it, then I go over to content, I click on the pencil icon, then I change the size from 55 to maybe 40, or let me see, 35. I think 35 is cool. And now my website is perfect for both tablet and mobile. I can exit from here. Now one last thing I want to point out to is this direction. If you don't want to use it, you can go ahead and remove it, but you can also decide to create a new page and link it to it if you want to actually give direction. But I'll leave it in here for now. If you also want to perform your wedding live on the D-Day, you can come in here and link out this particular text to the live feed of your wedding. But for now, I'll just go ahead and take it out. Everything is set, then I go ahead and update. Now I can view my page by exiting view page. Perfect. I like this. Now that my website is done, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and customize the form. So to do that, I hover on WP forms right here, then I go ahead and click on all forms. So I have only one form in here. I just click on it to edit it. In here I'll do some few customizations. I need the name field, attending, but I don't need the guest field. So what I'll do is I'll just click on the delete icon here to take it out, and then I'm going to go ahead and add phone number. So I click on numbers and it will be inserted right here. I can click on it and drag it to position it where I want, like this. Next I click on it and I change the numbers to phone. This is actually not going to show. I'll make it required. Under advanced, I change the field size to large, and then placeholder, I enter your phone, and I'll go ahead and hide the label. Next is comment or message. I just click on it. I don't need comment or, so I take it off, leaving message. So these are the few customizations I want to do. Next I click on settings, then I go over to notifications. In here you need to make sure that you enter the email address where you want your form to be submitted to. But if you leave this tag in here, all your form submissions will go to the email address you used to set up WordPress. If that is what you want, then you go ahead and leave this. And I will leave the rest of the fields as they are. Confirmation, in here you can go ahead and enter your confirmation message. So I can say thanks for accepting our invitation or something like that. We'll be in touch with you shortly. So everything else is done. Then I go ahead and click on save. My form is saved. I exit from here. Then I can go back to the front end of my website. Going down, I can just click on this button to take me there. Perfect. So now my invitees can enter in their phone numbers if they are actually attending. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and change the logo right here and also add a shortcut icon. So to do that, I click on customize. Upon hovering on the logo, I click on the pencil icon right here. I just click on change logo. I have my logo right here. I select it, click on select. I skip cropping and my logo will show. Perfect. Next is search icon. I click on it. That is the shortcut icon that will appear here. I go ahead and select icon. I have my search icon right here. I select it, then I click on select, skip cropping, and I have my icon right here. Perfect. So that's all the customizations I want to do. I go ahead and publish, then I exit from here. Perfect. And now the design of my wedding invitation website is done. So that's it on how to design a wedding invitation website in WordPress. I hope this video was helpful. If you found value, kindly hit the like button, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell so that you won't miss out on future videos. Keep watching, and I will see you in the next one.